Let's get the, let's see. How are we looking? How's my hair today? You good? Yeah, good. It's been a minute. We're gonna jump right into it though. Okay. Hello guys. Are we on? Are we live? Let me try to zoom in on YouTube. How's that look? It's all right. Not bad. And then maybe a little tiny baby zoom. Something like that. On TikTok. Hello guys. Something's weird about my camera setup today. I don't know. It was a little off. Hi guys. Hello. I don't know if I love it. We'll see. Oh, let me turn that AC on. It's a little hot. 1 second, guys. All right. How's that? Is that better? It's better for me. Y'all can't tell the difference with the AC. All right, here we go. Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. I think my live little setup weird today, but we're gonna push through it anyways. Hello, guys and gals, mostly gals lately. Fine by me. Today we're going to be talking about the cost of dating broke. It's not what you think it is. It's not just what you think it is. The cost of dating broke is way higher than the man's inability to pay or provide for you in any way. It's way worse than that. It's not just about making ends meet. It's also the mental cost of dealing with somebody who makes excuses and lies and always is trying to hustle to get by, all right? And they're dragging you into this. And what happens is when you start sleeping with broke guys, when you start giving broke guys a chance because you're hopeful about all of their untapped potential, you're so hopeful about their untapped potential that then you just start believing it. You just start getting wrapped up in it. Next thing you know, you're years down the line, hair as thin as ever, all right? Just listening and getting fed excuses by some man that has never had it together, ever. And they're just spinning a tale for you. And then you're just like, because you're empathetic, you get it. You're just trapped in that poison. That's really what it is. Most of the reason that people can't stay on, not to say that you can't be victims of circumstance. I'm not saying that men can't fall down in their life. I'm not saying that. But the perpetually broke, the men that have never been on, it's always because of a personality issue, all right? They fail to bear responsibility for themselves, let alone others. And they're gonna just convince you because they got tattoos or whatever it is that attracted you to them in the first place. And they're going to convince you about their story and their tale and why they're in the situation that they're in, and they have always been. They leave that part off, that they've always been in this situation. But whatever. You get empathetic for them, you start believing those tales, and then the next thing you know, you're just trapped in this world of misery where ends can't meet. And you're eating ramen to survive instead of a gourmet choice. Do you get what I'm saying? There's a mental tax too. All right? Thins your hair out, early grays, bags under your eyes. All right? You know what the best skincare is? Dating rich. Not only can you afford the good stuff, the Korean stuff, all right? But you're also not, your skin just doesn't look so tired dealing with excuses all day. All right? The cost is steep. all right? When you're that stressed out, cost is high, all right? You're walking around with high cortisol all day long and all night too. And that's what happens, okay? The cost of dating broke isn't just you shoring up the difference in the bills. It's the mental and physical exhaustion of dealing with excuses all the time. That's also a cost. You can't pay for private school with excuses. You can't pay for designer with excuses. You can't get your nails done with excuses. You can't do anything with excuses. If you haven't learned that yet, you will. Go to your local dive bar and find you a man full of excuses. And then you'll learn the lesson that I'm preaching at you today. Mark my words. When poverty walks in the door, love goes out the window. So, you marry rich. Find you the most financially responsible man you can. Some fiscal responsibility, all right? That's what's attractive. Not the attractive guy with excuses. Fiscally responsible men. I promise you, your life will be better. It just will. You'll even get a swimming pool. Don't you want a swimming pool? All right. Get you a man with a high FICO score, and then you'll get one. Okay? I hope that helps. I hope that helps, folks. Y'all better listen. And here's the thing. The men want you anyways. Some of y'all say, oh, that sounds so, when you put it that way, it just make you seem so easy. It is easy. You know how easy it is? Y'all can just gussy it up, push up the girls or whatever, a light beat or whatever. The men want you anyways, and they don't know. They're stupid. Men are going to look at what women that have had all the work done, the most work done, and they're going to be like, wow, I love a natural beauty. They don't know. They're confused. Don't you see? So y'all don't, with a little bit of effort and some lip liner, you can get one. You see? They want you anyways. The rich ones do. That's the point. What do you think they're out here working so hard for? To get a woman. All right? Unless they're gay, and that's fine. Then that's a whole other league, a little other ball game that has nothing to do with you. All right? So they're working hard anyways. So with a light beat and some dry shampoo or whatever, and being in the right place, all right, they're going to want you anyways. Speaking of Korea, y'all could just go to Korea. Those women have learned how to transform straight up. Taping up their whole, they're taking those jowls and turning them into cheekbones with tape. They're doing that now. Tricking men, and they've fallen for it because men don't know the difference. They'll look at it, they'll look at full glam and think that's natural. They don't know. So y'all can trick them. Get you a man and trap him, and then ta-da, you get a swimming pool. All right? Trap yourself a rich man, and then you too can have a swimming pool. They're easy to trick. Go take a trip to Korea and let those women show you how it's done. All right? That's how you do it, folks. You just get yourself a credit card and start swiping, save you up some points, and get you an economy flight to Korea. Let those women show you how it's done. Skincare like you wouldn't believe. All right? Then bring that shit back with you to America and trick them. All right? Men don't know the difference. They're visual. Easy to fool them, folks. Do what you got to do. That's how you do it, folks. Oh, man. How's it going, everybody? We're back. Back for more Q&A with yours truly. I had a rich man. That's a good point. Hang on. Oh, I might have lost it. Sorry, I lost that one. Why did my ex change the second we met in person? Went through my phone after the second date and all. You make him insecure. If that man's going through your phone, he's not busy enough. Straight up. A man that's about it and making money is not worried about what's happening on your phone. I promise you. He's just busy, and he's making money. So he's just like, look, I gotta trust that you can handle that shit. If he has enough time to go through your phone, he's not busy enough. I promise you. He just isn't. A man that is about it and is making money and is on his grind, a real grind, not a fake grind, is not worried about what you're doing all day. I promise. So, if they're looking through your phone, that says a lot about their financial situation. If they have the time to check through your phone, they're just showing their cards. All right? I see. Money's smaller than I thought it was. If they're looking over your shoulder to try to get your PIN or whatever, your passcode, money's Paquito. All right? You should be a lot busier than this. I hope that helps. It's never the rich ones in there. You know what I mean? It's the ones you make insecure. Paquito money, that's right. I promise you. Y'all aren't busy enough. You looking through my phone. What? Don't you have somewhere to be? Let's see here. All the attractive rich men seem to be taken, though. Yeah. If you had an attractive rich man, wouldn't you have your claws sunk into him too? What do you expect? But there's new ones coming up every day. And some of y'all might be aiming a little too high. Some of y'all should date yourself a medium ugly rich man. Get you a hairy one. You know what I mean? Y'all think I'm joking, but you'll learn to love that mat of hair. I promise. You'll run your fingers through it. When you're not clocking in and out every day just to get by, you're going to learn to love that mat of hair, that mat of chest hair. You'll lay on it like it's a comforter, like a comforter top, like on top of your mattress. You'll learn to love that man. All right? I promise you, a hairy rich man is better than a shaved broke one. I promise you that. You'll hate that shaved man's chest. You get what I mean? That smooth man. You'll hate that one. Give it 3 months, I promise. You'll hate him. When he's asking you to make a payment for him on his car, you're going to be like, this smooth chest ain't worth it. I want me a hairy one. He can help me make my payments. And then you'll like the hairy ones. All right? Promise you that. I promise you. Y'all think y'all having Bible study or whatever with high cortisol because you can't make these ends meet? You got notices coming in the mail. Y'all think you're going to respect that man and be stress-free just because he's handsome? You'll hate that man. You'll hate that handsome man. He'll be handsome to everyone else but you. You'll hate him. But if you get yourself a shorter, hairier one, that has no notices in the mail. You'll love that short, hairy man. Because he provides a nice, soft life for you. Don't you see what I'm saying? And he'll be so happy too. He'll be the happiest, hairiest walrus on the beach. All right? That you'll be at on a Tuesday because you don't have to punch into work. You ever think about that? I promise you that. You'll hate that handsome broke guy. He won't be handsome to you in no time. You'll be having secret conversations with your mother in the bathroom about how much you hate him and that you feel stuck. Have a full-blown midlife crisis living with a man that you hate. Is that what you want? What if he's not rich? Now, here's the deal. I say rich, but what I really mean is, for most people, because let's be realistic. For a second, let's be realistic. I say rich, but what I don't necessarily mean rich like a shake rich, all right? Some of these Middle Eastern guys that are crazy rich, I don't mean necessarily like that. But at least he's enough to be able to afford a G-Wagon and a pink one and a matcha, all right? And a designer dog and a bag that you carry around that doubles as a purse, but you never put any money in it. Is that too much to ask? Do you see what I'm saying? Enough to be able to afford the Russian manicures. Is that too much to ask? They just do it better. It looks nicer. They're sharper. You get what I'm saying? G-Wagons are safer. You're going to cut through the other people on the road like butter. If he can't at least put you in a safe vehicle for your own sake, then do you really need him? You see what I mean? If he's the kind of guy that's going to put you in an Acura that's going to blow up into a million bazillion pieces and when a minor fender bender, is that a man that's providing for your safety? You see what I mean? If you're driving a G-Wagon, a pink one, you'll cut through the other cars like butter. Is that too much to ask for your own safety and peace of mind? And his too? You see what I mean? And to have an emotional support companion that costs $5,000. You get what I mean? And to fit inside of your little purse so you can bring them around with you. Is that too much to ask? And not a vacation every other year at Disney. You get what I mean? Somewhere nice. You don't have to be ridiculously rich to afford that. Just well off enough. And I think that's fair. All I'm saying is that if you date somebody that can't afford those things, sure, maybe he'll make it later. All right, he might. But there's a lot of people that don't. And I promise you can't be paying for Pampers or a wet nurse, all right, or soccer cleats with potential. I promise you can't. Try to call them up. Ask them. Ask your kid's private school if you can just pay his tuition, his or her tuition, with your husband's latent potential. See what they tell you. Ask them if you give them an IOU because of all the potential you see in them. Kids still need school this year, so will they accept IOUs? I bet they won't. Something to consider. All right. It's hard, man. It's hard. I get it. I get it. And for the men, the fellas, they say to me things like, well, we're just not supposed to date? Like, not supposed to date women? Look, when you don't have money, no, the answer is no, don't. If you don't have it figured out, don't victimize some poor woman. Don't trick them into your financial situation. You see, figure your own life out, deal with your own problems, then sort them out, become somebody who's reliable and dependable and can make ends meet, and then deal with a woman. Isn't that fair? Not trap them emotionally into your bullshit that you're still figuring it out for yourself. Isn't that fair? And the thing is that they would do that. If you guys would just all band together and say, from now on, I'm not going to date anybody with a FICO score under 720. That's it. That's the criteria to get a woman in America or wherever you are. I don't know where you live, but you get what I'm saying. Band together, arm in arm. Y'all ever play Red Rover? It's like that. Link up. Don't let the weak ones. It's you weak ones that are dating guys that have motorcycles as 95% of their personality. You're the ones messing it up for everyone. If you all banded together and said, I need an Experian report before we even talk, then all the men will have to do it, and they would. You get what I'm saying? You'd have nothing but fiscally responsible good men walking around. But it's you weak ones giving the losers a chance. Whose fault is that? You see what I'm saying? Somebody said passport bros. Listen, I don't have a problem with passport bros. Money's long in other countries. You make a little bit of money. You're an Uber Eats driver in America. And then you go to some third world nation, and your money's long there. Date straight. Sounds good to me. I just date within your tax bracket. That sounds great. Your money is big there to them. So they're happy, you're happy, everybody's happy. Perfect. Maybe that's the solution. Get a remote job and live in a third world country and stretch your money out. Afford more than just yourself. That's fair to me. Sure, good deal. Well, look, if you would just require it, it's like you move into like a new building, let's say, move into a new building, and then you're like, hey guys, in order for you to move into this new building, I need to show your ability to repay, how much money you got in the bank, credit history, references. If y'all just approach dating in the same way, then you would solve a lot of this problem. And the problem is simply that men are trying to date women before they have anything for themselves. You see? And then because majority of relationships break up over financial problems. Because you're dating guys with financial problems. Ta-da! Not saying you can't have financial problems when you're rich, but most of the reason why people have financial problems is because they're not making ends meet, and then the woman loses respect for their man that can't make ends meet, and now they have to work a second or third job. That's what's happening. It's hard to view the person you're dating, the guy that's supposed to be the security for you in your life, when he can't even keep the lights on. You get what I'm saying? And I don't mean they fell down, some victim of circumstance. I don't mean that, because that can happen, all right? Everybody falls down in life, okay? So I'm not saying that. I mean the perpetually broke ones. The ones that are in their late 40s, they've never gotten on, and all they do is drink. You have excuses. Drinking is a big one. I'm actually astonished as to how much men that don't have any money drink. That blows my mind. Don't you have other things to do? You see what I mean? I'm not saying be sober necessarily, whatever. I'm not saying that. But can't you fucking control yourself? You see? You're 40s and 50s and you just drink a lot? What are you talking about? And then go home and fight with your girlfriend or wife? And that's another thing. You're in your 50s and you have a girlfriend? Doesn't that feel weird? Don't you feel bad as a woman? You're dating a man in his 50s and you're just the girlfriend? What are you, Leonardo DiCaprio? What are you talking about? Unless you're Leonardo DiCaprio, You're just Bill from the hardware store in his 50s and you got a girlfriend? Doesn't that feel like gross? You know what I'm saying? Been together with somebody for 7 years who's 50 and he's like, this is my girlfriend, Sarah. Hey guys, meet my girlfriend, Sarah. Ugh, gross. Get married, grow up. What are you talking about? And as poor unfortunate Sarah, just sitting there, just happy to be a girlfriend to a man in his 50s 7 years later. That's crazy. That's crazy. Have some self-respect. Pack your bags up. Call a cab. It's time to go. All right? What in the trauma bond is happening here? My God. Gross. What is happening here? So you're in your 50-something-year-old man who drinks and doesn't have money. What a strange paradox. That's a crazy thing. Maybe you should drink less and make money. The fuck? And not trap some woman into your financial situation. And because you can't make ends meet, y'all fight at the end of... Y'all ever see those couples that fight at the end of every month? What do you think they're fighting about? I bet it's not what they're actually fighting about. They're having full-blown, knockdown, drag-out fights about which way the toilet paper roll should go. But it's, for some reason, it always happens on the 27th or 28th. You get what I mean? What are they really fighting about? She's just walking around their house that they can barely afford, up to her eyebrows in cortisol. You see what I'm saying? Because you got a man who won't make ends meet. And instead of working a little more to make that happen, he drinks. So, what does that mean for this poor woman? Do you think that she's walking around Niagara Falls? Or is it just drier than the Sahara every day? Highest cortisol levels you've ever seen in your life. Off the charts. Dry as a desert. You get what I mean? Having fights over the toilet paper because it's the 28th. Congratulations. Dating broke costs more than you think. All right? I promise you, they're not really fighting about the toilet paper. All right? It's about finances. And a guy that just won't get on because he's full of excuses. And that's what happens when you date financially irresponsible men. And how that's not obvious is crazy to me. Y'all better start paying more attention to this stuff. You should have your psychic do a reading about his financial situation before you get involved. Yeah. Predict where this is going. Go to your psychic and predict where this is going financially. Is he going to be in a sum of money for some time? Because if not, I don't have time for this. Predict my next relationship. Because this is crazy. I'm sick of struggling to make ends meet. So, even if you meet him rich, doesn't mean he's going to stay rich, so hire a psychic. Get your palm read or tarot cards. I don't know. Something. Figure it out. Have somebody predict his financial security, all right? Before you get all emotionally invested, okay? Get yourself a scrying eye and look at the crystal ball and figure out what the hell is happening. Let's see. Good question. Hang on. If a man tells you he wants to get to know another woman too, should you run? Man, if a man tells you to your face that he wants to go and get to know another woman, what do you think that means? What does that mean for you? Okay, so I can tell you that if he's telling you that to your face, he's just seeing what he's going to get away with. You see? What you're going to allow, all right? And you know what you should do? You should just get in your car, drive across town, go to the next apartment building over or whatever, buzz yourself up and tell your other boyfriend about the audacity. Can you believe he would say that to me? The fuck? Tell your other boyfriend about this crazy request. Because that's crazy. You hear that siren? That's because it's an emergency. Y'all better run for the hills. The fuck? Oh man, just kidding. These service guys are good workers. Go do your jobs. That's good. That's good for us. Yeah, and if y'all are still boyfriend and girlfriend, here's the thing, ladies. This is a big one. Hey, just let these guys go by. Go do their duty, whatever. But here's the thing, ladies. If you just have a boyfriend, you're single. Don't you see that? Don't you see that if you have a boyfriend, you're single? You know what I mean? If things haven't moved along by now, you're single. Until what you file on your taxes says that you're married, you're single. There's no security. They owe you nothing. You have no recourse, and you're no compensation or anything. You have nothing. Don't you see? Y'all are single. And if y'all are in your 40s, just the girlfriend, that's gross. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, grow up, get married, or leave. The end. The fuck? Y'all are adults. What do you mean you're just the girlfriend? If you're 20 and you're in college, fine. You're the girlfriend, all right? But if you're 45 and you're a girlfriend, what? You should just start giving them ultimatums. I mean, I got 6 months in this. I'm going to put a calendar on the refrigerator with a red circle around the date that marks the 6-month mark. And I either have a big fat shut up ring with a date for it booked at the church, or I'm leaving. Give them an ultimatum. Because if you're 45 and just a girlfriend still, that's gross. You have nothing. You see what I'm saying? Circle a date on the calendar and give them an ultimatum. All right? Trap that man. Whatever you got to do. There's no security. Don't you see? You got to go to your, I don't know, where do people go to? You're going to go to a wedding, your friend's 20th year anniversary, and you're just going to be someone's girlfriend? What are you talking about? That's crazy. Y'all need to draw a line in the sand today. And some of y'all in too deep, and you need you just need to start packing your bags. You just need to change the locks and file a restraining order. Start fresh. It's too long. You're in too deep. Rip that Band-Aid off now. All right, that's where it's going to go anyways. So you might as well just skip ahead. Save some years off your life. Trust me. Just start fresh. Change cities if you have to. Change your hair color and go by your middle name. Try again. It's never too late. But you're in a situation where it's far too late. So just get yourself some box dye and don't forget the eyebrows. All right. Go by Mary, your middle name. Who knows? Whatever. You get what I'm saying. Pack it up. don't get those eyebrows, somebody's going to recognize you. Then he's going to come showing up again. All right? Oh, okay. Hello, folks. He ignored me for 2 months. Hang on. He ignored me for 2 months and came back saying how sorry he is. Advice? Well, listen, you poor unfortunate soul. What happened is he left. What happened is he left, and he was so used to you just being around at his beck and call. Then you left, or he left you, whatever, and then he got himself back out there and then didn't get the results he wanted, because he was so used to you just showing up, making it easy. He thought that all women were going to treat him this way, all right? So he goes out into the world, faces it, realizes it's full of rejection and a lot harder than he thought it was, all right? Feeling a little bit of a dry spell, and then he comes calling up you. I'm so sorry I miss you. What's really happening here? You think he was out there flourishing, dating Jessica Alba in her prime or whatever, and then he's just going to come calling you up because life's going so great? Or do you think he's going out there and realizing a whole lot of women don't want him like he thought they did? Which one do you think happened? All right? So, what kind of fucking self-esteem do you have for picking up the phone? You get what I mean? So, block them. And then put $500 unblock fee. Put that in your Venmo bio. All right? And then use the money, because he's going to send it. And when he gives you that $500 to unblock him, reply and say, I'm going to use this money for therapy because my self-esteem's low because of your ass. All right? It's the least you can do. All right? Get you some money, girl. And here's the other thing. Men that have money dote on women that they like. Don't you see what I'm saying? If they have money, it's nothing for them to give you some. Don't you get it? Here you go, baby. Get you a smoothie. Here's a $100 bill. I don't know. It's the biggest denomination I carry. I don't know. Just take it. Have fun. I don't know. That's what it's like when they have money. If they have money, and they'll just give you some for whatever reason, any reason, no reason. You see? It's the ones that don't have money that bitch and gripe and moan about giving you some. Don't you see? And if y'all are dating those guys, you're doing it wrong. Just wait at the finish line and date the winners. I've never heard a good argument ever as to why women shouldn't do that. Are you going to gamble your life on somebody's untapped potential you think they have or they've convinced you they have? You're going to gamble your whole life on that? The men want you anyways. And guess what? Successful men want women. They want a woman too. They want somebody to dote on. Why choose the ones that don't have any? Why do that to yourself? Do you like cortisol? Do you like making life decisions at the gas station? Do you like clipping coupons? Ha, some of y'all do like clipping coupons. Y'all do that even if you're rich. That's not the point. One's a hobby and one's a necessity to live. Do you like doing that? Do you want to have to have those kinds of conversations about what you're budgeting for? You get what I mean? Choose wisely, folks. Oh man, I hope that helps. Hello, folks. Let's see here. I missed it. Hang on, I missed that one. Do rich, successful. Oh, no, I missed it. I missed it. Sorry. I'm 10 years deep and we have 3 kids. How do I get a successful provider man? You're 10 years deep with a man that's a father of your kids. There's nothing you can do about that. You better help them apply for jobs. You better start. At this point, y'all got kids and everything. I'm not saying you should just pack up your bags and leave your husband. I'm just saying maybe you should help them apply for better paying jobs. You know what I mean? It's going to start getting letters in the mail. Y'all, you're going to put on a mustache and a hoodie and go to his job interviews for him. All right? Push him to succeed. You know what I mean? Be his little helper. What else are you going to do? Look, honey, got a job offer. I don't know. I didn't remember going to that interview. Me neither, but somebody offered you a job. Get you one of those little fake mustaches. You know? Backwards hat. You'll fool them. Go to a job interview for them. All right? What if he asks what you bring to the table? Tell him I brought a fork. What are we eating? What do you have for me? You invited me here. I'm ready. I said yes to your invitation. They're going to invite you anyways. Don't you see? Did you DM him and ask him to take you out? Or did he invite you out? All right? So, get yourself a little clutch. All right? What do you put in there? Lip gloss, lip liner, lip gloss, like a couple of loose Tic Tacs and a fork, because that's all you need. All right? You're showing up. He wanted you there anyways. I brought a fork. That's what I brought. What kind of share plates do we have? That's it, folks. Y'all just need to bring a fork to the table. They invited you out. Don't you see? And bringing your own fork is just good hygiene. All right? You don't know where the restaurant's forks have been. Okay? You're just looking out for your own health. You're holistic in your approach. Whatever. They invited you. That's how you do it, folks. Bring a fork to the table because they want you here anyways. All right? Hello, folks. Thoughts on dating a man with kids? If they're good dads, that's kind of nice. The only problem is that you're going to be dealing with the visitation. You know what I mean? Wherever that woman is that he had relations with, the mother of them kids, you're going to get an earful on the way to the McDonald's parking lot every other Sunday. Let me tell you. I promise you. You're going to hear all about his bitch ex-wife. And if you like a lifetime of that, every other weekend, then great. Get you a man with kids. Outside of that, they can be fine people, whatever. But maybe you should start taking work trips every other weekend, so you're not getting an earful every time. All right? God, it's so boring. Why are you so handsome? Oh, thank you. Good days and bad, folks. Doing the best I can with what I got. How do I respond to a man that calls me How do I respond to a man that calls me too moody to deal with? How do I respond to a man that calls me too moody to deal with? Just say, you don't have to deal with it. There's plenty of others that will. Have you met a woman ever? You get what I mean? If you want to date somebody that's stoic, date a man. Then y'all can just hang out and fend for yourself. Simple as that. Hook up, fend for yourself. That's it. Hello, folks. That's right, folks. What do you do? What do? I work with TikTok. Don't y'all know that? I've been creating on TikTok for a long time. I'm working with them as an enterprise partner. People making a lot of money on TikTok. People, you see those TikTok, those ads, those shoppable, you on the For You page, you swipe it up like that. Every third video is like a TikTok shop ad. People, stay-at-home moms making a lot of 6 figures in a month selling mop heads or sour candies or like literally anything you can think of. It's the craziest stuff. Everyday people selling like futuristic brooms, just everything. Like there's so much stuff. That's what I do. I'm an enterprise partner with TikTok. I help people make money at TikTok. I'm gonna show you how to do it. If you want to get your own little bag right now, it's a lot. I'm not sure how long it's gonna last. It's kind of a new frontier. It's like QVC all over again. But people are making a lot of money, and I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna do a webinar on Thursday at 6 after my show. I'll show you how. You want to make some money? I'll show you how to get some. Straight up, you can copy and paste it. Free webinar right after my free live show, of course. So if you're interested in that, attending that, click the link in my bio. It's the first link. I'll show you how. Make your own damn money. You won't need a man. So people making a lot of money right now. Everyday folks making a ton of cash. Straight up, selling mop heads. It's the craziest thing. I'll show you how to do it. I'll put the packet together for you. Click the link on the first link on my bio. I'll show you exactly how. Okay. What do you think of the male loneliness epidemic? I'll tell you, here's the thing. If the men were hard workers and they were willing to put themselves together in a way that was attractive, then they wouldn't be lonely. Don't you see? It's more, they should call it the male apathy era. That's the real issue. That's the real issue. It's that they just straight up don't want to work. They don't want to work on themselves. They don't have fun or interesting hobbies. And then they're wondering like, how come no woman wants me? Well, because why would they? The fuck? Do you see what I'm saying? You don't even have to be that good looking as a man. You could just have money in the bank. And then you'll be so attractive. You'll be so tall. You'll be so handsome. You'll have the bluest eyes. Whatever. All right? If you got money in the bank, that's it. It's just, it's if you're only ugly as a man if you're broke. Don't you get it? Don't you see that? All right? So if you just worked on yourself such that you can make money in this world, women will find you attractive. And they ought to. And that's only fair, don't you think? So you are only lonely because you can't make enough money. That's it. All right? If you could make money, you could afford better clothes, you can afford a fucking hairstylist, you can afford a skincare routine. My God, you can afford to have a little bit of a hobby here and there that makes you interesting or useful in any fucking way. All right? It's just they don't want to do anything. They're useless as all get out, and they have financial troubles constantly, and they're relying on their parents for income, and then they wonder why women don't want them. What a mystery. I don't even need Scooby-Doo to see that. That's fucking obvious. Of course you're lonely. You're not reliable. The fuck? Isn't it obvious? And the reason why it's not obvious also is the reason why you're lonely. Because you're fucking stupid. Isn't it clear? If it's not clear to you, then that's the problem. God, you don't have enough. You don't have enough to share. So why would anybody want to share your nothing? Nobody wants to come sit at the table when you have nothing to share. You see, remember what I said, bring a fork? What you gonna eat with you got your fork, what they got? If there's nothing on the table, what are you gonna use the fork for? You see what I'm saying? No woman wants to come to your table when there's nothing on it. They can get a back massager on TikTok Shop and have a better time than listen to your excuses from your ass. You get what I mean? What an epidemic. Oh my God, the male loneliness epidemic. Get a fucking hobby. Get a job, make some money, get a hobby, then you won't be lonely. Ta-da! I solved it. I just solved the loneliness epidemic. Congratulations. Make some fucking money, like I've been saying for years. Get some money first, and then your loneliness problem will be solved. I should get a Nobel Peace Prize for that. Or something. A sticker, at least. I just solved it. Make some money. Whatever. A gold star or a medal or a trophy or the Peace Prize. Because honestly, what a tough problem to solve. Male loneliness epidemic. Broke loser men are lonely. Huh, go figure. Wow. How are we going to solve this one, guys? We don't know what to do. It's just a bunch of broke, angry men. They're only frustrated at women because women get offers from men that have already made it. You see what I'm saying? So broke men are angry that women have it easier because they can't themselves afford a woman. Don't you see? So who are they mad at? Are they mad at women? Or are they mad at themselves that no women wants them? You see what I'm saying? Who would want somebody that can't even make ends meet? Who would want that? Nobody wants to jump into your pile of misery and suffer with you. All right? So if you make some fucking money first, all right, have a little bit to show for it, then you might get a few takers. But until that time, continue to experience loneliness until you figure it out. Isn't that fair? Don't you think that's just fair? Or do you think that some woman should be a victim and live in your shitty circumstances with you? What the fuck are you talking about? What an epidemic. It's just, how about an epidemic of loser men are complaining? Well, women just have it easier. Well, that's because the rich men want them already. Men want the women, okay? So the women are just gonna choose the men that can provide for them. Fucking duh. And then you have men that can't provide for them and women aren't choosing them. Wow, who'd have thought? What a crisis we're in. What are you talking about? Get some money first and you won't be lonely. How about that? Provide for yourself and then for others and then you won't be lonely. Terrific. Just like that. Instead of sitting around and complaining about how lonely you are, make some money. Duh. And women, keep on doing what you're doing. Date the winners. Date the ones that have money. Because what's the alternative? Date somebody that's going to tell you you don't need all that stuff. You don't need all these creams and cosmetics. You're supposed to walk around with flaky skin. You know what I mean? Pores the size of saucers. Offending the other moms at the park with your egregious pores. Is that how you're supposed to live? You get what I mean? Is that what's expected of you? Split ends because you can't afford to get your hair cut? That's crazy. Is that what you want? So, just date the ones with money. That's crazy. And what, men are mad at that? What are you talking about? That's crazy. Grow up. Make some money. And you'll be attractive. What the fuck? Okay. Hello, guys. I need help. I'm in a small town. There's not enough people with money here. Well, then move. What? What do you expect? You're just going to live out in bumfucked, out there in Wichita or whatever, and be upset that there's only 4 successful guys there and they're all married. Whose fault is that? Is that their fault? Or is it your fault for being there? Pack your bag, sis. Get yourself a Greyhound bus or whatever. Get out of there. Stick your thumb out. Some good Samaritan will give you a ride. I don't know. Leave town. Go to a bigger one where there's more than 4 people. Okay? Simple as that. You don't need my advice. You need a map. You need Google Maps. All right? Chart yourself a course and start hitchhiking if you have to. There'll be a lonely trucker that will bring you with him. I promise you. All right? Not calling you a lot lizard or whatever. I'm just saying. Start walking. All right? I hope that helps, folks. Get yourself a bigger pool. You know what I mean? Larger demographic. The numbers are against you out in Wichita. All right? That's right. Get yourself a backpack, a little hydro boost on it, a little carabiner where you can bring a straw to your mouth like that and start walking. Get to a bigger city. All right? There's more options for you there. Okay? Don't be mad about your surroundings. Change your surroundings. Okay? Start walking. Okay. Let's see here. My man doesn't want to do things that are very romantic. He does spend money on me, though. What do you think? And start booking things that are romantic with his credit card. Simple as that. He's got money, but he's not romantically inclined. Look, guys are like that. They just have a, all function, no form kind of thing. I get that. He's a man, he's a builder. You're the ones supposed to make it nice. So, grab his Amex while he's asleep and book yourself a vacation. A solo if you have to. Even if he can't take off work, you need some time to yourself to think, to decompress. All right? You can make it nice. Use his credit card. What's he gonna do? Tell you no? You see what I'm saying? Just do it. It's non-refundable. I don't know. I slipped and fell and swiped this like 6 times. And it's non-refundable. So, I really just need to think about us. Okay? You want to come? My ticket's not refundable, but yours is. So if you have to work, I understand. Like that. All right? That's how you do it, folks. If he's got the money, just swipe the card. Simple as that. If he has to work and he's busy, you understand. That's why you bought his as refundable. Totally get it. I'm an adult. Yours is refundable. I understand. No problem. You keep working hard. I appreciate you. Because if you make the man feel useful and not used, he'll let you do it. You see what I mean? Thank you so much. That I'm dating the kind of man that can provide a solo trip for me. What's he gonna do? Say no to those eyes? Like that. All right? If you make him feel useful, he'll be happy to do it. What if he's wealthy but not attractive? Those are great. In fact, all you have to do is just, enjoy not punching in somewhere. You'll learn to love that man. You will. They did a whole Disney movie about it. Girl from small town, baking eggs, reading books, whatever. Next thing you know, she's living in a castle with a man that looks like Sasquatch. You know, at least he had a castle, honey, and some singing plates and pans and plates and pots and pans and toilets and everything. Singing around all day long. Having galas in the house. You get what I mean? You'll learn to love that hairy man. Beats punching in. You get what I mean? I hope that helps, folks. Anyways, that's my time. Thanks everybody for joining me. If you're interested in learning how to make money on TikTok, I'm gonna show y'all how to do it on a webinar, free webinar after my show on Thursday. There's a sign up for it. I'll send you a link. It's in my bio. Click the link on both my Instagram or TikTok. You click that link and sign up, and I'll see you there. I'll show you exactly how people are making a ton of money on TikTok selling mop heads, making $300,000 a month. It's crazy. Anyways, if you're interested in that, click the link in my bio. Otherwise, we'll see the rest of you guys on my next show, 5 o'clock on Thursday. Thanks everybody for joining me. It's been real. Bye-bye. Bye Instagram, bye TikTok, and bye YouTube. If I can get rid of it. Bye guys.